Ladies and gentlemen, imagine waking up every day knowing that you are destined for greatness. That's the ultimate truth that Steve Harvey wants you to understand. You are capable of achieving far more than you think. But here's the catch. Many of us never fully tap into our potential because we don't truly believe it. We get bogged down by fear, doubt, and setbacks, and we convince ourselves that greatness is something reserved for a select few. But the truth is, greatness is already inside of you, waiting to be unleashed. Steve Harvey's journey from homelessness to becoming a global icon is proof that no matter where you start, you have the power to rise above your circumstances and create a life of success. If you're ready to discover how to unlock that power within yourself, keep listening, because this is the ultimate truth that could change your life forever. The first step in unlocking your greatness is believing in yourself. It's the foundation upon which everything else is built. Without belief in your own potential, you will never take the necessary actions to move forward, and you'll find it impossible to reach the heights you're capable of. Steve Harvey's journey is a powerful reminder of the transformative power of self-belief. Despite facing immense challenges, Harvey was able to achieve incredible success because he always believed in his ability to overcome obstacles and create the life he desired. For many, the idea of believing in themselves might seem difficult, especially when life presents us with hardships. We live in a world that often tells us we're not good enough, not talented enough, or not worthy of success. But the truth is, self-belief is not about being perfect or having all the answers. It's about trusting that you have the strength and ability to figure things out as you go. Harvey faced rejection after rejection, and yet he never lost faith in his ability to succeed. Even when he was living in his car, he knew that his circumstances were temporary, that his potential for greatness was limitless. Believing in yourself requires a shift in mindset. It's about rejecting the idea that you are defined by your past or your current situation. Steve Harvey's success didn't come from his circumstances, it came from his mindset. He understood that greatness is not about where you start, it's about where you're willing to go. When you believe in yourself, you stop seeing setbacks as permanent roadblocks and start viewing them as temporary challenges to overcome. You realize that your dreams are not out of reach, no matter how impossible they may seem at the moment. Belief in yourself also fuels your determination to keep going when things get tough. Steve Harvey's story is full of moments where he could have given up. He was told he wasn't funny enough, and he faced numerous failures before finally achieving success. But he didn't allow those failures to define him. Instead, he used them as stepping stones, believing that every setback was a lesson that would eventually lead him to his ultimate goal. His unwavering belief in himself is what kept him going, even when the world told him he wasn't good enough. When you believe in yourself, you also begin to see opportunities where others see obstacles. Harvey's success came not from waiting for the perfect moment or from external validation, but from his ability to take action and seize the opportunities that came his way. Believing in yourself means trusting that you have the ability to create your own opportunities and that you are worthy of success. It's about taking risks, stepping outside your comfort zone, and knowing that no matter the outcome, you are capable of handling whatever comes your way. In the end, self-belief is the key that unlocks the door to greatness. Steve Harvey's story teaches us that the most important factor in achieving success is not external circumstances, but the belief that we are capable of achieving greatness. When you believe in yourself, you set the stage for everything else to fall into place. You become unstoppable because no matter how many obstacles you face, you know deep down that you have what it takes to overcome them and reach your highest potential. Overcoming doubts and fears is a critical aspect of unlocking your greatness. Steve Harvey's journey is filled with moments where fear and doubt could have easily derailed his dreams, but he chose to face them head on instead. Fear is an inevitable part of the human experience and is something everyone faces at some point in their lives. However, the difference between those who achieve greatness and those who don't is how they respond to fear. Harvey's story teaches that fear is not something to avoid or ignore. It's something to embrace and use as fuel for growth. For many, fear is paralyzing. The fear of failure, rejection, or not being good enough can prevent people from even trying. Steve Harvey could have easily given in to these fears. After all, he faced countless rejections, from being told he wasn't funny enough to being turned away from comedy clubs. There were times when he didn't know where his next meal would come from or where he would sleep that night. But Harvey understood something essential. Fear is not an enemy to be defeated. It's a signal that you are on the verge of something important. It's an indicator that you are pushing yourself beyond your comfort zone, and that's where real growth happens. When you choose to confront your fears rather than run from them, you gain a sense of power and control over your life. Steve Harvey didn't let fear define his actions. Instead, he used it as motivation to prove to himself that he could overcome any obstacle. Every time he was rejected, he didn't view it as a failure, but as an opportunity to learn and improve. Harvey's message is clear. Fear is not a sign that you should stop, but a signal that you are on the right path. It means you're challenging yourself, and that's when the magic happens. Fear often stems from the unknown. We fear what we don't understand, and we hesitate to take action because we can't predict the outcome. But Steve Harvey teaches us that the key to overcoming fear is faith. Faith in yourself, faith in your abilities, and faith in the process. You don't need to know every step of the journey before you begin. What you need is the courage to take the first step, even if you don't know what's ahead. Harvey's story is a testament to the power of trusting the process and believing that even when things seem uncertain, you are moving in the right direction. Another important lesson from Steve Harvey's experience is the idea that failure is not the opposite of success, it is a part of success. We often fear failure because we view it as a permanent setback. But Harvey teaches us that failure is merely a temporary detour, not the end of the road. It's through failure that we learn valuable lessons, build resilience, and develop the strength to keep going. The most successful people are not those who avoid failure, but those who embrace it, learn from it, and keep moving forward with even more determination. Overcoming doubts and fears is not an easy task, but it is essential for anyone who wants to achieve greatness. Steve Harvey's story shows us that the key to success is not the absence of fear, but the ability to face it with courage and confidence. When you embrace fear and use it as a tool for growth, you unlock a new level of strength and resilience that propels you toward your goals. Fear may never completely disappear, but when you learn to face it head on, it loses its power over you. Instead of being a roadblock, fear becomes a stepping stone on your path to greatness. Perseverance is the cornerstone of success, and Steve Harvey's life is a testament to the transformative power of never giving up. In a world where instant gratification is often the norm, perseverance is the trait that sets apart those who achieve greatness from those who fall short. Harvey's journey to success was anything but easy. He faced rejection after rejection, failed auditions, and a series of hardships that would have made most people quit. Yet, he persisted. His story is a powerful reminder that success doesn't come from avoiding failure, but from the willingness to continue despite it. When Steve Harvey first started pursuing his dreams, he encountered numerous setbacks. He was homeless for a period of time, living in his car and struggling to make ends meet. He faced rejection after rejection from comedy clubs and television producers who told him he wasn't funny enough or didn't have what it took. But Harvey never allowed these failures to define him. Instead, he used them as fuel to keep going. Every rejection was simply another step on the road to success. He understood that perseverance isn't about avoiding failure. It's about using each failure as a lesson, a stepping stone that brings you closer to your ultimate goal. One of the most powerful aspects of perseverance is the ability to keep going even when the end goal seems distant or impossible. Steve Harvey could have easily given up when things weren't going his way, but instead he chose to stay committed to his vision, no matter how many setbacks he encountered. He knew that success wasn't a straight line, it was a winding road filled with detours, obstacles, and moments of doubt. But the key to success was always to keep moving forward. Harvey's message is clear. It's not the setbacks matter, but the decision to keep going despite them. Success is built on the foundation of perseverance, and it's through persistence that you turn your dreams into reality. Perseverance also requires a deep belief in your purpose and your vision. Steve Harvey's success didn't come from simply wanting fame or fortune. It came from his commitment to his passion and his belief that he was meant for something greater. When you have a clear sense of purpose, you are willing to endure the hardships that come your way because you understand that they are part of the process. Harvey's purpose was to make people laugh, to inspire, and to leave a legacy of greatness. His unwavering belief in his purpose kept him going, even in the face of adversity. Furthermore, perseverance requires resilience, the ability to bounce back after being knocked down. In the face of failure, it's easy to lose hope and give up. But true perseverance is about getting back up, dusting yourself off, and continuing the journey. Steve Harvey encountered many moments where he could have thrown in the towel, but he chose to rise again, stronger and more determined than before. His resilience is what ultimately led him to success. It's his ability to keep going, even when the odds are stacked against you. That separates those who achieve greatness from those who give up too soon. Ultimately, perseverance is about having the strength to endure the difficult times and the faith to believe that your hard work will pay off. Steve Harvey's story proves that no matter how many times you fail or how long the road may seem, perseverance will always lead you to success. The journey may not be easy, but the rewards are worth it. When you keep going, even when it feels like everything is working against you, you create the foundation for greatness. Perseverance is the key that unlocks the door to your dreams, and it's through this unwavering determination that you can achieve the success you're destined for. Taking action is the pivotal force that transforms dreams into reality, and Steve Harvey's life is a powerful demonstration of how important it is to move from thought to execution. Many people spend years contemplating their goals, waiting for the perfect moment or for everything to align perfectly before taking that first step. However, Harvey's success wasn't a result of waiting for the right time. It came from the relentless pursuit of his goals, no matter how imperfect the circumstances seemed. His story teaches us that success is not about having everything figured out in advance. It's about taking action, even when you don't have all the answers. One of the most striking things about Steve Harvey's journey is his ability to take action in the face of uncertainty. He didn't wait for a guarantee of success before he started. He simply took the first step. For many, the fear of failure can paralyze them into inaction. They think that without a clear roadmap, they will fail, so they don't even try. But Harvey's story shows us that taking action is the first and most crucial step towards success. The key is to start, even if you don't have everything in place. Harvey didn't have a clear path to success when he first started his career, but he took the leap and trusted that the journey would unfold as he moved forward. Action is also what builds momentum. Steve Harvey's early days in comedy were full of struggles, but he didn't let those struggles stop him. He kept performing, kept auditioning, and kept putting himself out there. Each small step he took added to the momentum that eventually led to his breakthrough. The same principle applies to anyone striving for success. When you take action, even small steps, you begin to build momentum that propels you forward. It's through consistent action that you make progress, and progress is what leads to success. Another powerful lesson from Steve Harvey's story is the importance of being willing to fail and learn from your mistakes. Taking action is not always about getting it right the first time. It's about learning, growing, and improving along the way. Harvey faced countless failures, but each failure was a lesson that brought him closer to his ultimate goal. He understood that failure is not a reflection of your worth or ability. It's simply part of the process. By taking action and being willing to fail, you open yourself up to valuable experiences that help you grow and refine your approach. Moreover, taking action is what separates those who dream from those who achieve. Many people have great ideas, but without the willingness to take action, those ideas remain just that, ideas. Steve Harvey's success didn't come from simply having a dream. It came from his willingness to take bold, consistent action toward that dream. He understood that success is not something that happens to you. It's something you create through your actions. Every step you take, no matter how small, is a step closer to your goal. The key to unlocking your own greatness lies in taking action. Steve Harvey's journey teaches us that waiting for the perfect moment or for all the stars to align is a recipe for never starting. Instead, the secret to success is taking action now, even if it's imperfect, even if you don't have all the answers. It's through action that you make progress, build momentum, and ultimately turn your dreams into reality. The road to success is paved with action, and it's through taking that first step, no matter how uncertain, that you begin to unlock your true potential. Embracing failure as a stepping stone is one of the most powerful lessons Steve Harvey imparts through his journey. In a world that often glorifies success and downplays the importance of failure, Harvey's story challenges us to rethink our relationship with setbacks. Failure is not something to fear or avoid. It is a natural part of the path to success. In fact, it is often through failure that we learn the most valuable lessons that propel us toward our greatest achievements. Harvey's own life is a testament to this idea. He faced countless failures, but each one contributed to his growth and eventual success. When Steve Harvey first started his career, he encountered rejection after rejection. He faced moments of doubt and despair, especially when he was homeless and struggling to make ends meet. However, he didn't allow these failures to define him. Instead, he viewed them as opportunities for growth. Harvey understood that every failure was simply a lesson in disguise, teaching him something he needed to know in order to reach the next level. He knew that success wasn't a straight path. It was a journey filled with bumps, detours, and setbacks. And rather than being discouraged by failure, he used it as motivation to keep going. One of the key reasons why embracing failure is so important is because it helps build resilience. Every time Steve Harvey faced failure, he had to pick himself up, dust himself off, and keep moving forward. This resilience is what ultimately made him successful. It's easy to give up after experiencing failure, but it takes real strength to get back up and keep trying. Harvey's story shows us that failure is not the end of the road. It's simply a challenge to overcome. And each time you overcome failure, you become stronger and more determined to succeed. Failure also teaches us to be flexible and adaptable. When things don't go as planned, it's an opportunity to reassess and adjust our approach. Steve Harvey's career didn't unfold according to a set plan, but he was always willing to adapt. He learned to pivot when necessary, finding new ways to approach his goals and make the most of the opportunity. Failure is often a signal that something isn't working, and instead of being discouraged, we can use it as a prompt to try a new strategy. Harvey's ability to adapt to changing circumstances and learn from his mistakes is a key reason why he was able to turn his failures into stepping stones toward success. Furthermore, failure helps us build a sense of humility and gratitude. When things go wrong, it's a reminder that we are not invincible and that success is never guaranteed. Steve Harvey's failures humbled him and gave him a deeper appreciation for the successes he eventually achieved. This sense of humility, it helps us recognize that success is not just about personal achievement, it's also about the people we meet along the way and the lessons we learn from our experiences. Ultimately, embracing failure is about shifting our perspective. Instead of seeing failure as something to avoid, we can choose to see it as an essential part of the process. Steve Harvey's journey teaches us that failure is not something to fear, it's something to embrace. It's through failure that we grow, learn, and develop the resilience needed to achieve greatness. Each failure is a lesson that brings us closer to success. The key is not to let failure define us, but to use it as a stepping stone on the path to our dreams. When we embrace failure, we open ourselves up to the possibility of greater achievements, knowing that each setback is simply an opportunity to rise again, stronger and more determined than before. The power of belief in oneself is perhaps the most transformative force that Steve Harvey emphasizes in his journey to success. The belief you hold in your own potential is the foundation upon which everything else is built. Without self-belief, no amount of talent, opportunity, or external support can carry you to your dreams. Harvey's story is a testament to the extraordinary power of self-belief. Steve Harvey faced many challenges on his road to success, including homelessness, financial struggles, and constant rejection. However, through it all, one thing remained constant: his unwavering belief in his ability to succeed. He never doubted that he was meant for something greater. This self-belief was not based on arrogance or a sense of entitlement, but rather on a deep conviction that he had something valuable to offer the world. Harvey's story teaches us that self-belief is not about thinking you're better than others. It's about knowing that you are worthy of success and capable of achieving your goals, no matter the obstacles in your way. Belief in oneself is not a passive trait. It requires action. Harvey's life shows us that self-belief is not enough on its own. You must also take bold steps toward your goals. Harvey didn't wait for opportunities to fall into his lap. He believed in his talent and his vision, and he took action to make them a reality. He worked tirelessly, putting in the hours, facing rejection, and never allowing the fear of failure to stop him. Self-belief is about having the courage to take action, even when the future seems uncertain. It's about trusting yourself enough to move forward, even when you don't have all the answers. Harvey's success came not just from his belief in himself, but from his willingness to put that belief into action. One of the most powerful aspects of self-belief is its ability to push you through moments of doubt and fear. There will always be times when the road ahead seems impossible, when failure feels imminent, and when others may doubt your abilities. It's during these moments that self-belief becomes your greatest asset. Steve Harvey experienced many such moments, times when he was told he wasn't good enough, or that his dreams were unrealistic. But he never allowed the opinions of others to shape his sense of self-worth. He believed in his potential, and that belief fueled him to keep going, even when it seemed like the world was against him. This unwavering belief in himself is what allowed him to rise above the challenges and ultimately achieve his dreams. Belief in oneself also enables you to embrace your uniqueness and see your value in the world. Harvey's journey was not about fitting into a mold or conforming to others' expectations. It was about embracing who he was, flaws and all, and trusting that his authentic self was enough to succeed. He encourages others to do the same, to stop trying to be someone they're not, and to trust that their individuality is what makes them special. When you believe in yourself, you stop comparing yourself to others and start focusing on your own strengths and talents. This shift in mindset allows you to pursue your goals with confidence, knowing that you have everything you need within you to succeed. Ultimately, self-belief is the key to unlocking your full potential. Steve Harvey's life is a powerful reminder that belief in yourself is the first and most important step toward achieving greatness. It is the foundation upon which success is built, and it is the driving force that keeps you moving forward even in the face of adversity. When you believe in yourself, you open the door to endless possibilities. You stop seeing failure as an obstacle and start seeing it as a lesson. You stop doubting your abilities and start trusting your potential. And it is through this belief that you can achieve the extraordinary and create a life that reflects your true worth.